Streamline has some special tools to predict sales. Imagine it's like looking back in time to figure out how things might go in the future. It uses different techniques like splitting time into pieces, dealing with uncertain sales, and making choices like a smart person would. The cool part is Streamline doesn't try too hard to fit with the strange sales patterns. But it's really good at finding clear patterns, like when more stuff sells during certain times or when sales change over time. Streamline's main goal is to make simple to understand sales while still getting the important information from the data. This helps it guess about future sales in a pretty accurate way. When we compare Streamline to other tools, there are two main ways to guess sales. One way looks closely at the sales data, called the time series decomposition model. The other way just tries to find the best way to guess, called the model championship. Unfortunately, the second way sometimes misses important things in the sales data. The smart tools, like Streamline, use the first way because it's smarter and better. But some old style tools still use the second way and can make mistakes. How time series decomposition works. First, we look at the sales information and fix any big jumps or dips caused by unusual sales. We also consider when things were out of stock and holidays. Then, Streamline looks at how sales change over time, the usual amount sold, and any repeating patterns. The special formula for predicting is like this: sales change multiplied by time plus usual amount sold, and everything multiplied by seasonal change and adjustment indexes. Streamline knows which part of this formula works best for different things we're trying to predict. Here is an example of how a constant level model differs from the seasonal and trend model. In this case, the constant level model has a stable sales, while the trend and seasonal model shows a gradual change involving repeating patterns tied to the specific times. Streamline has a trick to figure out how much past information we need to guess future sales. It's like finding the right amount of history to understand how things are changing over time. When we're looking at the patterns that happen more than once, like sales during certain times, we only focus on times when real sales happen. We ignore the times when nothing was sold. Sometimes old sales of new products don't really help guess what's happening now. Using them might make our guesses wrong. So Streamline only looks at the specific time that makes sense now. It uses important information to guess trends. You can see this as blue highlighted line on the graph. In the simple words, Streamline trick helps us to use the right number of past sales to guess what's happening now and in the future. It leaves out data that doesn't matter much for good guesses. Streamline has its own smart moves. If sales jump up and down a lot, it can mess up with our guesses. If there is no pattern, Streamline removes the strange points to make things clear. If there are many days when products are out of stock, Streamline doesn't trust that information for guesses. If products often run out of stock, Streamline fixes our guesses. It adds more predicted sales to match the times when items were out of stock. Sometimes sales pop up randomly and some days have zero sales. Streamline has a way to guess even in these cases. It calculates the chance of sales, the average amount, and how much things can be changed. Then it guesses how much extra items to have, even when sales might be zero at times. In short, Streamline handles strange data, deals with unsure information, fixes for stockouts, and guesses even when sales are random. All this done using mathematical algorithms to make sure things run smoothly for your business.